Hey, it's Laura with A Woman Who Writes. I wanted to show you my first ever book that I wrote. This was a Father's Day gift for my dad when I was in 5th grade. So it is complete with a little dedication to him, telling him what a wonderful dad that he is, signed by the author. And then I let people know what's happening with this Choose Your Own Dad Venture book. So attention, fellow readers. Do not read this book from the beginning to end. It's a unique style of novel, and I go on to talk about how. I'll just read it. It is a choose-your-own adventure story. Will you find the land of the fairies? Turn into a pinball? Be a specialty in the making of giant stew? Find a golf course? Get kidnapped? I don't know. That is your choice. Turn from page to page, following each instruction given at the bottom of each page, choosing different ideas and paths, etc., etc. So take a deep breath, hold on, and get ready for the time of your life. Have fun. Turn to page 1 to begin your adventure. So it starts off, and Steve, your pal, says some stuff, and then you have to decide. I'm not going to go and read this, even though it's actually quite enjoyable. But I am going to show you a couple of my illustrations. So here's one. This was one turn. Are you going to enter that building, or perhaps you will retreat? And here's the giant stew situation going on. Notice the little people floating around in there. It looks quite appetizing for a giant. I have got some magic potion happening here, as well as there's a little fairy, there's a mermaid, there's all kinds of things. And in the end, I've even got an about the author. So I go on to talk about myself and my 5th grade life. Do you see the resemblance? Well, anyway, that is my first book, and on the back, I even have some reviews by Esther Ann Hudson, who says it's a great book with everlasting adventure. And Esther Ann was my imaginary friend in 5th grade. So thank you, Esther, for that great review of my book. And Mary Nielsen, who was one of my good friends when I was 11 years old, she said she could picture everything as it happened. So that's kind of fun. And this is what I say on the back about the book. It's a simple walk through the avenue. You thought that this walk with your cousin and one of your pals was going to be a simple thing, acting as an act of enjoyment. Little did you know that your 2 partners would suddenly disappear. Will you wait for them? Will you decide to continue on the walk without them? What will happen if you do? The choices are yours in this exciting book. It's all your choice. Just pick up the book and start reading. Although, read the introduction and the dedication first of all. Have fun and enjoy the adventure that you will design, the quest from your imagination. Can you tell I'm getting a kick out of my 11-year-old self? But yeah, this was fun to recover in my parents' shelves this weekend. We are visiting them on spring break, and I think on the very last thing I'm going to do, I just feel like I should at least just read the first page of it. Okay, so Geronimo, Steve, your pal, yells as he swings a plastic man with a parachute across the Monopoly board. Who didn't love Monopoly in 5th grade? The figurine knocks down greenhouses and red hotels. Jill, your cousin, laughs. You throw a cush ball at her. She grins and throws it back at you. Would you two like to take a walk, you ask? Before they can even answer, you are out of the door and across the avenue. Still, Steve and Jill run breathlessly to catch up to you. I guess I don't have to show you the page. The 3 of you skip along the pavement. There is a light breeze. It gently brushes your face. You watch as the multicolored butterflies flutter by. It is a hot day, the sun ablaze, and the rays striking your face. You brush sticky sweat from your forehead. You sigh at how beautiful the earth is as you look around yourself. Your eyes are focused toward the sky as you breathe in the fragrance of sweet-smelling flowers and freshly cut grass that surround you. Look at the clouds, you start to say to Jill and Steve. Notice their funny shapes. Look, over there is a giant about to gobble up a marshmallow. The marshmallow is moving into his mouth. He's really eating it, you giggle. You suddenly look around, realizing that you are talking to yourself. Steve and Jill are gone. If you decide to wait for Steve and Jill, turn to page 7. If you would like to continue walking without them, turn to page 6. So adventure awaits if you decide, whatever your choice is. So that's kind of there happening. And the last thing I wanted to also remind you or to highlight is that it says, Laura loves writing stories, reading, school, and art. She loves to hang out with friends and loves the gospel and her family. So that is my very first book, Choose Your Own Dadventure, by my 11-year-old self. I hope you enjoyed. And I would love to see any of your creations from childhood. If you want to comment or share them, that would be amazing. Have a great day and enjoy your creative journey this week. Bye.